It's early morning in Nuevo Progreso, a village in the mountains of Veracruz. This is where the Oltehua Tezeco family live. They're Nahua, and at home they speak Nahuatl.
What I just said means greetings to the German viewers.
Mexico is home to some 2 million Nahua, which makes them the largest indigenous group in the country. Nahuatl is one of over 60 indigenous languages spoken in Mexico, which, along with Spanish, are recognized as national languages. The family is laughing about a recent incident, a bittersweet story.
My sister had overslept and was late. And my father mentioned that he'd seen a commercial on TV for some radio device that cost 5,000 pesos. And I said, you can't even afford to put food on the table, and you want to buy an expensive radio device?
The Oltehuas grow coffee. Every member of the family owns about a hectare of land, so their coffee plantation spans about 5 hectares. They've been growing coffee for generations, but coffee production has never been a reliable livelihood. The family has now joined up with an organization called Cafecol, hoping it will help them earn a secure income and finally lead a more comfortable life.
Many families that work in coffee production live in poverty. It's unacceptable that they have to live in these conditions when coffee is such a valuable commodity just because there are certain aspects of the production process they aren't familiar with.
The first step is to grow better quality coffee beans. Cafecol buys the family's harvest at a higher price than the going market rate and then sells it on. The coffee farmers are given advice in the fields, and their beans are analyzed to see how they can be improved. In the Cafecol headquarters in Jalapa, the capital of the state of Veracruz, the beans are examined and sampled in a laboratory.
We're specialists in quality control. At this point, we're examining the actual appearance of the bean. The point of our analysis is partly to give the farmers feedback so they can optimize the production process. As you can see here, we found coffee borer beetles, a type of pest that has infested the crop. So we have to do something about that. We need to tell the farmers that they have a problem. It's very important for them to keep their fincas clean in order to get rid of this pest.
The coffee beans that aren't infested are then processed for sampling, roasted, weighed, and ground. The experts gather for a first round of aroma testing. Initially, they keep their opinions to themselves.
Anything you say might influence the others, so no one speaks while we're sampling.
Entonces sí, no se habla. 3, 2, 1, listo.
At this stage, identifying the best tasting beans isn't the main priority.
The health and safety aspect is important. A coffee bean that's been roasted too long isn't healthy. We also need to identify if any contamination occurred during the processing, over-fermentation, or fungus infestation.
The experts also share their findings with the coffee producers. The goal is to improve the production process so that ultimately the product can fetch a higher price. Cafecol has also set up a fund to help families such as the Oltehuas. They're paid in advance on their harvests. which means they're no longer under pressure to sell their coffee to the first distributor they can find. The fund is backed by Biofin, a project launched by the International Climate Initiative. In Mexico, most coffee is grown not in monocultures, but in traditional shaded coffee plantations, which benefit the environment. The Oltejoa family had almost given up on coffee cultivation. But with the support of Cafecol, they're more hopeful now that it can provide them with a secure livelihood.
My perspective has changed. I used to think, what will be, will be. I didn't know anything about the quality of my coffee beans. So this is a success, and we're going to continue growing our coffee.
So far, Cafecol is working with 180 producers, but hopes to increase that to 600. The project will help secure the coffee farmers a steady income and ensure that the local climate-friendly plantations can thrive.